1.10 is out now, guys. Check it out. Shields, how excited are you for Shields? I'm excited for Shields. Everybody wants Shields. Yay, Shield. Stay tuned. Changelog coming right up. Hey there, guys. Skippy here from Skippy 6 Gaming. Guys, coming to you from Random 1.10 World. This is in experimental mode, guys. You know this because these new villages aren't quite yet in the actual update. You will see, however, we do have shields, crossbows, lecterns, looms, and pillagers and lanterns. Pillagers are only in creative in 1.10. Guys, for this one here, let's go for 534 likes. If you are one of those dudes, don't forget to hit me up below. So guys, Twitter, always follow me on Twitter, and yeah, we're gonna go through this. I actually read this ahead of time because I've been waiting for this update to come out. Long story short, in the first version of this update, you're gonna see we have crossbows. We also have crossbow enchantments, including multi-shot, piercing, and quick charge. We have shields, as you can see in my hand right here. They're operated by simply crouching to do the shields. I guess you're going to do it this way. Yeah, bang, 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 bang. Looks cool. We have lecterns, we have looms, and we have lanterns. So all of this is the regular stuff that's been added into the game, into 1.10, but this other additional stuff like this campfires and the new villages and the villager professions and trading are all in experimental mode. So let's do this. We're going to go to the changelog. If you want to read the changelog on your own, the link is in the description below. If you want to listen to me say it, it's like 12 minutes of me talking. Dude, just go ahead and do it. If not, you could skip to the end, and at the end, we're going to go through a lot of the stuff that's in experimental mode. So what we will do now is go over the changelog in its entirety, guys. This is going to be a big one, 10 pages for 1.10. Guys, if you just want to go ahead and, do it for yourself, the link is in the description below. You can find yourself the full changelog there, or just listen to me, and if you don't want to, pause it, skip it to the gameplay at the end. Up to you guys. Let's start now, guys. So Minecraft 1.10 looking good, guys. Shields have arrived. New features included in the texture update: crossbows, lanterns, and the loom. In addition, many experimental features coming to the village and pillage update. So that's under the experimental feature toggle. The ability to create new entities using add-ons, several gameplay tweaks, hundreds of bug fixes. Yes, there's a lot of bug fixes. New features: shields. A long requested community feature has made its way to Minecraft. Shields can be used to block enemy attacks. Sneaking activates the shield when equipped in either hand. So guys, texture update, guys. One of the coolest things, many items, blocks. Before we were using a texture download, I guess, to do this, but now it's just in the update. Many items, blocks have more fresh new textures. More updates to textures and tweaks will be arriving in the full 1.11 update. So feeling good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going down this guy right here. Crossbow with new enchantments. This is going to be in the regular game as well now. We're going to be ready to go. Multi-shot, piercing, quick charge. Known to many players as bark blocks. So this is the new stripped wood blocks. Existing wood blocks have been renamed to logs and stripped logs. So lantern, the new light source, can be placed above or below blocks. Lectern, place a book and quill or a written book in the lectern, and it will allow multiple players to read it together. A book and quill can be read but not edited when placed on a lectern. Redstone functionality will come in a later update. So redstone does not work in 1.10 like I showed you in the beta. So loom, a much easier method to create banners. A loom that only uses dye to apply a pattern, but can also use banner patterns to apply special patterns. Banner patterns can be crafted using paper and various items. So this is a kind of new table, one of the few that will work before 1.11. Pressing the help button will link to relevant how-to areas. So Jelly is a cat. The winner of the cat contest belongs to a YouTuber. It's a new cat variant that you can find in villages. So pillagers are now added as well, but they are only in creative mode. So a new illager mob that engages players and villages with ranged attacks. They have crossbows. In the 1.10 update, pillagers are only available in creative mode. So they're not in regular game. Further functionality and spawning in survival mode will be released in the 1.11 update. So let's keep going. We're going down the trail. I wish my screen would actually make these bigger instead of me having to extend it for me. But okay, guys, let's keep going. We're on number 3 here. So I'm just going to try to make this just a little bit longer. New achievement, fruit on the loom. Make a banner using enchanted apple stencil. So that's pretty cool. Use the loom, get some stuff. So these are, guys, These are the features that are going to be behind experimental toggle. This is all the village and pillage stuff that's ready to go. So many new village types and enhanced village generation. Villagers have new clothing to indicate their level, profession, and biome. This is a whole new system for villagers, guys. Villagers now take on a new profession when near a job site block. So different, depending on what blocks they're near, is what they become. Like villagers will change now, basically. Librarians and toolsmiths and farmers, they all change. Villagers now have their own schedules throughout the day. Villagers now mingle together around bells in a village. Villagers now sleep in beds. Improved villager pathfinding, added mason and nitwit villagers. Villagers will now attempt to find a door when it rains during the day, but will navigate to a bed at night. Villagers now have visual-based trading systems. A whole new trading system, guys, will hold an item they wish to trade as you are standing and holding something they want. Zombie villagers now have biome-specific profession skin layers. Bells may spawn in villages with more functionality to come in future updates. So they're going to spawn when you ding them, everybody's going to run inside. Not yet, but soon. Villager job sites. So guys, there's going to be all kinds of different villager job site blocks, basically cartography table, fletching table, grindstone, barrel, smithing table, smoker, blast furnace, composter, and stone cutter. They all match with a certain profession of villagers, and they're going to need these in order to continue trading with you. They don't just trade in essence forever like before. It's different. So again, behind experimental for now, so don't feel too bad about it. We should be okay. It should be fixed up in the near future. So let's keep going. Number 4, wandering trader. We've already seen a few different pictures of this guy. A wandering villager that wanders around going from 2 to 3 days in each site. He offers different items to trade based on a different biomes, random dyes, other rare materials, and he has 2 fancy llamas with him that run around the world with him when he does stuff. So sweet berries, a new item, of course, in the taiga biome. It's going to be a new source of food, and they have thorns on them, so they hurt when you walk through them. Pillager outposts. So basically they're going to generate in the same biomes as villages. Pillagers will spawn in the tower, clear them out, score some loot. Illager beast, a powerful enemy mob. Animations with full behavior will be added in the 1.11 update. Will be renamed to Ravager in the 1.11 update. We know this from Minecraft Java snapshots. So campfire, a new light source to make your villages look extra cozy, works great in a fireplace in a home with no fire spread. Don't do that. It won't have fire spread. Cooking functionality and smoke particles will be added in a future update. It's already been added in the beta, guys, but again, this is 1.10. It will come soon. Bamboo jungle is now generated in jungles more densely in the bamboo jungle biome. So Minecraft script engine. The script engine uses the JavaScript language. Several bug fixes and updates. This is basically for add-ons, guys. We're going to go over this stuff. You can read it if you want or go over, but basically has a lot to do with add-ons. This functionality is currently only available on Windows 10 PCs when using experimental gameplay. So let's keep going. We're on number 5. We're going to go over to this guy here, changes. So this is a nice one, simple changes. Let's do this. Placing a wet sponge in the nether immediately dries it out. Decaying leaves now have a chance of dropping sticks. Coarse fruit flowers now break when struck by arrows. Added dead bush as a furnace fuel. Rabbit stew and beetroot soup now have shapeless crafting recipes. Creepers now drop music discs when killed by strays. Dispensers with shears can now shear sheep. That's really cool. Very good. New type of sheep farm coming up. Undyed glass panes and white carpet can now be dyed directly in a crafting table. Improvements to operator status and permission settings, with the added option to enable cheats or not. So for map makers and add-on creators, updated templates for 1.10 with new resources and behaviors can be downloaded from that place right there. New add-on functionalities. New entities can now be created without replacing existing entities. This is a very big thing for map makers, guys. There's more information there. Particle effects can now be created and edited in resource packs. See the particle effects documentation here. Again, the link is in the description to this. If you're interested in going into each one of those, you're more than welcome to. Mob events and behavior can now scheduled using Minecraft Scheduler. Resource packs are now separate from world templates. Added default parenting to evoker noise with in line with over villager derived mobs. So let's keep going. We're on number 6 now. We're getting through. There's only 4 more after this one. So fixes. We're gonna do these ones quick. Fix several crashes that occurred during gameplay. You know that one's number 1 every single time. Several crashes that could occur when loading the game. Crash that could occur when repeatedly attempting to cancel joining a multiplayer game. A crash that could occur when rejoining the game in the end dimension, a crash that could occur when entering a portal on some servers. Resource packs that are nested in the extra folder no longer crash the game. This is lots of game crashes, guys. Fixed a crash that could occur when adding a resource pack with a missing pack icon. Stacking slabs to make a double slab. So yeah, double slabs crashes game, heads up. That's all fixed now. Fix a crash that could occur on Xbox One if a player was not signed in correctly. A crash that could occur when closing a world and re-entering it on Xbox One. A crash that could occur when using a jukebox on Nintendo Switch. A crash that could occur when downloading or copying a large world on Nintendo Switch. A crash when trying to launch the marketplace for these silly packs over here. No good. Fixed a crash that could happen after running scripts for a long period of time. A crash that could occur when loading large world templates. Optimize particles to improve performance. That's a big one, guys. Particles are becoming a big challenge. Looping UI animations no longer increase memory usage over time. Removing ticking areas from game now correctly frees up used memory. Fixed a scripting crash that would occur when spawn particle world events. So general ones, these aren't necessarily crashes, but another issue that could cause the game to sometimes not load past the splash screen on some devices. Players now are informed if they are disconnected from Xbox Live when the Xbox One console resumed from standby. Various fixes and improvements to the marketplace sorting and search results. Fixed an issue on Xbox One that would disable LAN games when player did not have multiplayer permission. So fixed a bug on converted worlds on Nintendo Switch that prevented cross-platform multiplayer. So we are on number 7. We're almost done, guys. We're doing good. 10 minutes for all this. Players can once again travel through end gateway portals without suffocating and no longer encountering a world loading issue. As a result, player position is now accurately saved when exiting and rejoining a world. Lightning no longer has a downward area of effect when hitting blocks, so will no longer strike mobs sheltering underneath blocks. So no more lightning hitting things it shouldn't. The descend button now works correctly when underwater using touch controls. A bug where players could respawn some distance away from their beds. We all know about that one. A bug where lava could hurt a player through block corners. The recenter button on Minecraft VR has been improved and mapped to Y instead of X. Players using Oculus Rift can no longer fly in survival mode. Yeah, that's going to be bad after swimming. Trapdoors and shipwrecks are now correctly rotated. Snow layers generate around grass and flowers again in snow biomes. Strongholds will now generate with the correct stair variants again. I remember that one being a deal. Mutated birch forest biomes now generate with extra tall birch trees. Again, the correct amount of white terracotta now generates in mesa biomes. Reduce the number of drowned mobs that can spawn in an area. Passive mobs now spawn in the correct block types. Turtles no longer levitate above the ground. Damage cooldown no longer hinders other mob attacks. Wither skeletons and vex mobs can now be renamed with name tags. Fix the pathfinding for zombies chasing villagers inside buildings. Fix the wither's range and swoop attacks. Yep, let's do that. Skeletons once again attack iron golems. Cats can now be healed by feeding them fish. Cats no longer tempted by food when they are too far away from the player. Fixed an issue with the sword held by the vex mob. Fixed sleep goals so mobs can get into beds and have blocks on the side. Mobs no longer destroy paintings if mob griefing is disabled. We are doing so good. We're almost there, guys. Let's keep going. Bamboo saplings no longer destroy blocks above them as they grow, so that's good. No more breaking the roof of the nether. Monster egg blocks now named infested blocks to match Java Edition. Infested bricks mined with silk touch now drop as non-infested variant. It is possible to climb through snow layers placed on top of scaffolding. That makes a really cool secret entrance, guys, that people have been using a little bit over on Java Edition. Hanging banners no longer show as floor standing banner variants. Scaffolding no longer gets left hanging unsupported when being placed rapidly. Horizontal scaffolding extensions can now be placed over non-solid blocks correctly. Fixed a bug where kelp would grow horizontally flowing water items. Items can no longer be duplicated in the crafting grid. We'll see about that. I'll get you soon, guys. The 1.10 duplication out tomorrow. Fixed an exploit that allowed players to gain unlimited items from the recipe book. The new dye types can now be used to dye shulker mobs. Graphical players on split screen no longer have limited visibility underwater. A bug that could occur cause missing textures if a player is suspended the game while loading. Fix an issue that could cause lighting issues in chunks when flying around. Pandas eating bamboo now show correct textured colored food particles. Food held by pandas is sized, positioned, and textured correctly. Upside down shulkers now have the correct opening animation. Graphics no longer become corrupted when disabling text anti-aliasing on the Nintendo Switch. Colored beacon beam textures no longer appear compressed. Mobs no longer spawn with hard particles. Weapons held by armor stands are now the correct size. Fixed skeleton melee attacks animation. Firework stars no longer appear black in the creative inventory. Fixed animations for cow parrot mobs. Ender dragon attacks now show particle trail. Cornflowers will now render correctly in item frames. Existing armor stands no longer turn white. Fixed the spider leg animation. Fixed the wither skeleton model geometry in some marketplace content. Fixed the head rotation of pigmen in another one of those. Let's keep going, guys. I'm going to do this one right here, the user interface, and this one, and then the next one for it, it's going to be for add-ons. I'll just leave that for the script edited stuff, guys. Menus no longer stay highlighted after being selected. This will basically entail a bunch of user interface stuff. You know, just pause it right here if you want to read it. We'll leave these last 2 pages. We only did 15 minutes of reading it. So right here, bang, we got some stuff for commands. Giving cobblestone wall command is no longer crashes the game, things like that. This is number 9, and then number 10 is right here. This is going to be an easy one as well. This is all for add-on and script engine. Again, if you want to know all of this stuff about script engine, if you want to read any part of this changelog, go ahead and check it out in the description below and go right to it. In addition to that, what we're going to do is jump on into a village and all of the cool stuff that's in this update for 1.10. That's what everybody wants. Let's play with it right now. Okay, so that was a mouthful. You can see we're already back here. Again, these new villages are only in experimental mode. In addition, one of the big things that's coming up is actually these villagers having professions. And you can see this guy doing it right here. He's in the loom, one of the new items. So first I'm going to show the shield because it's my way because it seems to be blocking me. You can see that the shield can be held in this hand or in your other hand. In addition, so shield gets used by crouching. Shield is going to be able to deflect things like bullets or arrows, I guess arrows in Minecraft terms. In addition to that, let's go ahead and take this out. So basically shields are cool. Shields are really good. I've done a whole video on shields before. We have crossbow. So crossbow is going to be a thing as well. These are now in the game as well. You can shoot your crossbow. There are 3 different enchantments: multi-shot, piercing, and quick charge. This is going to be something that's super fun. I'm not sure how it fits into the mix, but basically, yeah. So crossbows, shields. Number 2, we got these striped wood, whatever you want to call it. These are also in the game. You're going to notice what we have right now in my hotbar is a texture update. So you can see everything has a full different texture. Mostly stands out on glowstone. It also stands out. Composters came last update, but you can see all of these different tables coming through right here. But you can also see on pistons. I feel like pistons are the ones that show the most. You can see like this roundabout way on the bottom. Long story short, these textures are now for sure, because in the olden days, you know, in my tutorial I made yesterday, we'd have to go in and use a texture pack to operate them, but now we do not need to do that. They are automatically in the game, texturized and ready to go. So let's go over here and look at one other new thing, or more new things anyway, is this lantern. The lantern is now a new block. It is a light source block, and it operates awesome. Very cool item. I think we had that in experimental gameplay toggle before, but now it's here and everybody feels good about it. So let's keep going down the trail here of stuff. The loom. The loom is another one of these things that has been added into the game. There is only a few other things actually when straight 1.10, not including experimental gameplay. So the loom right here, one of the many tables, functionality. Long story short, guys, it allows you to make banners and the patterns that come with it without having to place the die in the different shapes. You could just make this pattern, make a diamond, make it a triangle, a cross, and it really just, all you got to do is pick which one you want, and then the banner will come through easy peasy. That said, that is pretty much straight up. In addition to that, Jelly is going to be a type of cat. He's the cat that belongs to Good Times with Scar. I think he's a member of Hermitcraft, but you'll notice that in this experimental mode, basically cats will spawn. He's a gray and white cat. So if you ever see a gray and white cat, that's Jelly. He was added to the game for fun and advantages. So again, without experimental mode on, you will get the Pillager. The Pillager can only be added in creative mode. Oh yeah, this guy is ready. He's like, let's go, Skippy. Let's go. Let's do it. Long story short, he can only be added in creative mode right now. He will be part of Pillager raids in the future. And yeah, so that said, we've gone through everything in regular. So let's go through the experimental mode stuff. Guys, as you know, in experimental mode, we have, oh, one more thing in regular mode is the lectern. So the lectern is used like this. Basically, you could just take yourself a book and quill, and then take your book and quill, and then you can go ahead and write something in the book and quill. And then once that, whatever you have in the book and quill, you could go like this, sign by this guy right here, bang, sign and close. Keep going here. I'm not sure why it's doing that. TT is the guy who did it. Oh, I have to put a name, I guess. There we go. YY. Perfect. Sign and close. And then basically it allows people to put a book in the lectern, and then anybody can read it by going like this. In addition, I have done a video that shows you the electrical circuits that are involved with a lectern. Unfortunately, these are not in the game just yet. They are in Java Edition, and they are in the beta version, but however, in regular 1.10, they are not in it yet. So in addition to that, let's do this. The campfire is ready to go. You've seen it in the beta videos. We can't put food on it yet. There is no smoke textures. In addition, we have all of these other things. So you can look at the grindstone. None of them have functionality yet. Blast furnace, you can see that they work, you know, and as you can see, but you can't go in it. No matter what you do, you can't use them yet, so it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of functionality. Grindstone, the bell is going to be something, again, no functionality, but once you ding it in the new version, at least in beta, all the villagers run. The biggest thing that happens with experimental gameplay here, guys, is, yeah, we also have a pillager beast. So an illager beast right here, he's going to be mad, and he's going to charge at these dudes over there, I'm pretty sure. Again, only in experimental gameplay. There is no pillager raids yet. So let's go over here and talk about the major biggest change, guys. The biggest change with regards to experimental gameplay is all of the village and pillage stuff and these villagers. The big thing about it, guys, is villagers have jobs now. So let's go ahead and grab some emeralds. This is kind of a major change in the game. I'm not sure how many people have watched. If you watch any of my beta edition videos, I've gone through it in extent. So you're going to see that if you carry, see what happened right there? I have the emeralds that I want to trade with this guy, and when you go in, you can see he shows this. The whole trading system is being revamped. It's all being redone. Long story short is this guy needs to go to the Loom in order to trade with me. In addition to this, guys, villagers now sleep in beds. They have professions. Notice how they're all showing exactly what they are going to be trading with me in their hand. This guy has bread, but the whole trading system is different. In addition, they haven't added it yet, but coming soon, iron golems are going to naturally spawn in a village, and that's going to change a big way on how things operate in addition. So I think most of the village and pillage stuff is now officially here in basically in this mode. In addition, guys, these textures are all new. You could see before we had to use an actual texture pack in order to get all of these textures. Now you don't. They are just naturally in the game. I like it because I had to go back and forth constantly trying to add this texture pack in every time I reloaded the game over and over. But again, trading is a big deal. It's going to be changing a lot, even more than you can see right now. And the Loom. So, and last but not least, in experimental toggle, we got sweet berries. Guys, you can see these sweet berries. They're going to be everywhere. They are thorny. And yeah, I don't think they actually worked completely right yet. They should shoot sweet berries, but yeah, I'm not sure that that's exactly how it will go down yet. Again, an experimental toggle. Last but not least, Wandering Trader. If you have seen videos, on the beta. This guy will be traveling from village to village, giving you different trades. It basically will appear at nighttime. It will drink an invisibility potion, and it will wander from area to area. I think what we could do is actually try to trade with it right now. And there you could go. You could see the different trades it comes in. It's unique stuff. I did a whole video on the Wandering Villager, or the Wandering Trader nonetheless. Slowly, the factors will come into play, making it work more and more. But you can see he's super cool. He'll show up for a few days and then disappear. Guys, we have covered everything. Don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for yeah, cool tutorials, let's plays, and stuff. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.